What's good, everybody? It's Kaige-O Gaming, and we're back with some more content. What did you expect? We're back with some settlement survival, and as of right now, we're recovering from all the events we had last episode. It was kind of crazy. The good news is, we have 20 laborers stacked up and ready to go. We have 25 students getting ready to graduate, and 17 kiddos. So I think we are approaching a stage in the game where we're gonna start having some pretty consistent workers. Honestly, I'm not even sure what I'm gonna do with these 20 laborers. First thing is definitely first though, we need to get our reservists going, and we need to go ahead and put together our first troop formation. That way we don't have to rely on our arrow towers as heavily. Because as we've seen, they're not the most reliable. They haven't been doing us justice. They did help out quite a bit in the last bandit raid and beast. I think the beast fled before destroying more buildings last time because we got him at such low health points. So let's go ahead and jump into it. We got our reservoir going, we got reed going. It'd be nice to get some baskets, because baskets, I believe... No, baskets are gonna do health. I thought that was gonna do happiness. But getting past 80% again would be nice, so that we can get that bonus of stamina consumption, minus 10%. We do have to rebuild our farm. Are they still harvesting this? They are harvesting it. That's good. So we didn't lose out on our crop just because they destroyed our farm. I quite like that mechanic. That's quite helpful. I don't think it's gonna be a full harvest, because it looks like ripeness is only 55% on our first field or farm. But we're not losing all the food. Not that we're in desperate need of it, but we're not losing it. Let's go ahead and start gathering all the trees. It does look like all the trees grew back. Maybe it wasn't as long as I was expecting. They seem to grow in nice. We're doing okay on timber. We're doing okay on stone. We'll probably end up getting a second reed farm, or a second reed farm worker, and then also getting another knitting workshop. I just don't know where I want to put this knitting workshop. Could just put it on the backside here, but then the arrow tower is going to block the entrance, and that's going to bother me. Where do we want to put this? Could put it here. Still kind of far from the stockpiles though. Arrow tower reaches there. If we move this up, it shouldn't be a problem. Let's go ahead and demolish this. And can we just make another one if we go here? Just out of curiosity. It doesn't look like we can just build another, so we do have to go into our little icon here, building icon. I don't know what you guys want to call it. Our building interface, I guess you could say. Let's go ahead and 5 times speed it while we get that ready, and the reason we're doing that is because we're going to start getting baskets, which is going to increase our health. For happiness, we really need to get a theater or start making ceremonial bread. But in order to do ceremonial bread, I believe we're going to need wheat seeds so that we can make a wheat farm. Just to check, should be the mill. Can grind wheat or oats into flour or malt, which oats should go into malt. We are getting our coffee beans ready to go so that we can start making coffee, which should give us a bonus in health again. So our health should be looking pretty nice here soon. We're maxed out on rough clothes. Let's boost this to 250. And we're probably going to need to start getting flax again so we can push out linen and then eventually upgrade to down jackets, because that will increase our happiness. Cemetery only has 6 rooms left. As you can see, most of this grave site has been replaced with our houses. We won't make cut stone right now. We'll go ahead and turn this building off. And then we also need to expand our arrow tower. I'd rather make sure we have full coverage of all of our production buildings rather than our farms. Go ahead and place that out there. You are going to craft baskets for us. But we need the technology for it. The carry weight of citizens equipped with baskets is plus 50%. Go ahead and get those going. Hopefully we have enough reed output. We do have some sitting in the transfer station. How are we looking on reed? Only the 123. If we get baskets put into here, we can go ahead and increase work efficiency by 10%. So we'll probably end up doing that eventually once we get a good stockpile of baskets. So we might as well put a second person here. We have 6 trained reservists, so we only need 2 more before we can make our first formation. We have 6 years until the next bandit camp raid. Services, we need the spear camp, which is going to be cut stone and planks. We should have plenty of both. And let's go ahead and get that down over here. Kinda would like to rearrange my town a bit. I don't know if I'm a huge fan of the layout currently. We'll leave things alone for now. Maybe we'll wait for next episode to rearrange everything. We'll just kind of let things play out. 15 citizens want new houses. We have 9 people in the apartments. But we are running out of places to put houses. So again, it might be nice to clear out this quarry and move it elsewhere. Maybe get a transfer station set up next to the quarry. This is working out great for us though. The reed is getting moved, the water's getting moved. We could put another person in the marketplace. If we look at the marketplace, logistics, vendors will take all sorts of resources from warehouses to marketplace, which benefits citizens a lot in living and production. I'm not exactly sure how that works. I know that they bring tools, clothes. So things that citizens use on their person or in their home, I know comes here. But in terms of production, I'm not sure I understand what it does. I believe that this just transfers goods to the home. I don't know how that helps production. But we'll keep a second worker in there, especially while we have the workers free. I think it's time we get some more cut stone. We'll just go ahead and blast some of this out. Souvenir. Oh, that's probably for the tourism. Let's max this out at 300 and we'll get people working in there. We won't keep people in there, but just to get a stockpile of some cut stone. That way we can build some of the buildings, we can upgrade some of our storage yards. With all of our workers, let's make sure we're gathering all the reed on the coast and other plants alike. Something we haven't checked on in a while is our medicinal powder. How's that doing? Oh, perfectly fine. Probably get away with just one worker there if we wanted. So really it comes down to what is next for us. We could do heating. That's probably going to require more fuel for us. We are out of reed, which is why these people aren't working. One of our people are injured, so he's not going to be working right now in gathering reed. We are starting to get baskets made though, which is good. Another set of immigrants. Kim the miner was struck by lightning when picking mushrooms under the trees. Why is she picking mushrooms if she's a miner? Shouldn't she be in the mines? Wouldn't that make sense? So we need 120 water, 45 domestic fuel, and 45 domestic or medicinal powder once we get our 8 trainees, and that's what it's going to cost us to create a squad. We're on our last reservist now, which is great. Still have 9 laborers left. Do we want to get the boiler room? I don't know. I think we should focus on our tea shop for now. I don't know if we necessarily need the boiler room. I don't think we're expanding far enough quite yet. And with our roads, people seem to be getting back okay. I definitely think these houses here help as well. Can we place any more here? Good. And even if we move this arrow tower just a little bit, we could get a couple houses here. Is there anywhere that we really want to have some more roads? I don't think so. These places are close enough to the houses. These people just gotta go here. Really, these guys with the longest route. But they do have a road leading to the houses. So boiler room, we'll keep an eye out in case people are freezing. But for right now, I think we're okay on the boiler room. Let's start getting our tea shop down. Coffee beans or cocoa beans or tea into beverages can produce multiple kinds of alcohol. Citizens can have higher health by consuming alcohol. Well, that's an interesting thing to promote, is it not? Where do we want our tea shop? Could just place it here. That leaves it to be pretty close to our coffee bean farm. Probably wouldn't be a bad idea to go ahead and increase storage here and here eventually. Yeah, but this is getting very disorganized and it's starting to bother me. We might have to check that out. Let's see if I move closer, if the static helps. I see that it's a little staticky. I believe that helped. I also got a new chair. So, my last chair was not a rolly chair. This is now a rolly chair. Now I gotta find what distance works best again for the camera to look good. This already looks a lot better though, sitting this close. Alright, getting the tea shop done. Our wood is running a little bit low. Let's go ahead and just clear out a group of trees again. Seemed to work out okay for us last time. We'll keep doing the clusters. Dude, our colony's getting pretty populated. Look at all the people running around. It's great. It's so lively. We're up to 120 citizens. Trees are getting chopped. We're getting a decent output of reed. Looks like we have a pretty steady process of making our shoes and baskets now. If we need some more water, we'll go ahead and put another person in the reservoir. But for right now, we are just going to be making coffee. I don't really need a max output on coffee. Just make as much as you can. So we'll just set you at 1,000. And we'll keep one worker because we don't have a lot of cocoa beans. Or coffee beans. How is Cut Stone doing? We're up to 47. We also need to make sure that we get this other tower that we destroyed back in. Oh no, we did. We did. We're good. But you are spending money. Need to turn you off. Anything else we want to research at this moment? Palace of Justice would be nice so we can start getting edicts. Let's cut stone and planks. I wish we could look at the edicts just to show you guys what the edicts are, but we can't until we get that. Food is doing fine. Oats, we could start making malt. Probably start thinking about warehouses as well, but citizens carrying capacity increased by 80. We'll go ahead and get that because that's a passive ability. Shield camp needs steel and beer. We are stocking up on fat. Where's that at? Raw materials. Food? We have 917. So we could start making our lighting. We need coal as well. So maybe we focus on getting another mine down for right now. That's gonna be resources. Gotta figure out where to put this mine though. Could just put it back here. Up against this road. And then we have the transfer station right next to it. Because I don't think we're gonna get it really anywhere over here. Definitely don't want to put it that close to the bandit camp. Mountains are wonky. I think we might have to put it here. Yeah, let's get our coal mine going. 30 oats for 36 gold. The fertilizer would be nice, but it looks like we're using quite a bit. So let's just go ahead and use the oats. We got a decent amount of food. It's not a lot of silver. Whatever, it pays for 1 month's salary of one watchman in the tower. We'll take a little extra money. Why not? I don't know how I feel about the mine being in the residential area, but we're just kind of gonna have to make it work for now. With this tower protecting all of this stuff, I wouldn't mind moving this tower more out, and that way we can get some more houses down. 18 citizens want houses. But also I feel like we're doing pretty good with our population, and we don't want to overdo our population to where we're just sitting on laborers, kind of like right now, and not have enough research or technology points to create more buildings, and also just start having heavy consumption of our basic resources, because we just kind of stabilized again. Okay, so this is where we investigated the plank wall and found the squirrel. So let's see what the staircase gives us this time. The enclosed staircase partition was filled with a jumble of miscellaneous items. Take them away. Medicinal powder, wool, fishing net, pecan, steel tool, medicinal powders, steel tools, herbs. Got quite a bit of steel tools there. Nothing else is really all too useful, but the steel tools will be nice. Those are better than our iron tools. So stone tools gave a 15 health bonus, iron gives 20, steel gives 30. And we are past 80% for our health, so we're back to getting that bonus. You still have the tainted water bonus. I want to find somebody who is drinking the coffee though. See if we can click on someone. Tainted water. Tainted water. You have baskets in your inventory, but you don't have one equipped. That makes sense. And we're out of timber. So we might want to start thinking about getting another forester's hut soon. We'll probably put 2 or 3 workers in this mine gathering coal for us. That should help us with the usage of our domestic fuel, because we'll start using coal, which lasts longer than the domestic fuel. We might be able to switch you back over to planks. Not that we really need planks right now. Running pretty low on reed again as well. Why are there coffee beans all the way over there? Another tech point. We're level 24 in our technology. How's cut stone doing? We're up to 65. Let's take 1 worker off of there, because stone is starting to dwindle a bit. We'll add the worker there. You're down to 45%. You're at 81. Let's go ahead and remodel your storage. How about over here? You need bricks to increase your capacity. Coal. We're only going to start with 2 people. Forester's hut. Where can we put another forester's hut? Again, we don't want it to be too far away from where we're at. We're probably going to need another transfer station. We are out of reed, so maybe it's best to get another reed farm. But let's keep gathering plants. Houston came back, making another appearance in a video, as always. Because he's needy. I wonder... I don't think you guys can hear him purring. I don't think it picks up on the mic. And what do we want to do next? Food is starting to run low. Well, lower than normal. However, we haven't had our harvest yet this year. That gave us quite a bit of timber, which is nice. Let's go ahead and gather the plants in the surrounding area as well. Not a lot of plants to be harvested. Oh, here's a tree. This area of land is unusually fertile, and perhaps that is why an unusual tree has grown on the spot. It seems that the surrounding trees are affected by its growth. Will you cut down the unusual tree or transplant it to another spot? Let's cut it down, because that's going to give us some more timber. A significant amount of wood was obtained after this tree was chopped down, but because the ecosystem was also damaged, it has caused the trees in the settlement to grow. I don't know if that's just in the area or the entire settlement. 62 timber's not a huge deal. Maybe it would have been best to replant it. If we see another one, we'll go ahead and replant it though. Just taking a quick glance around the map to see if there's any other events that popped up. Doesn't look like it though. Alright, stone's going back up. Time to do some more research, I suppose. Don't think we want anything from here yet. Paper is going to use more reed, so I'm thinking we should get a second reed farm. And then we can start getting paper, which increases our output of XP. I'm not sure if it helps kiddos graduate faster. Minimum output is 40. Minimum output is 30. What's it say about paper? Science. Paper. Doesn't say anything about paper. Can generate a large amount of tech XP and use paper to increase output. School expansion. The capacity of schools +5. School type structures can use paper to increase education efficiency by 100% and the output of tech XP increased by 150%. So if we want to use paper for the schools, we're going to need both of these researches. But let's go ahead and get this reed farm going. Houston, you can't keep going back and forth, dude. Can't. You either got to stay or go. Bandit cap has upgraded and bandits have become stronger. So this is now a level 3 camp. We might end up getting 2 squad formations. Now again, all these guys are taking breaks. So I don't believe that they work as laborers. Now if I go ahead and give you guys a bunch of jobs or a bunch of things together, what do you guys do? Eating food. You are carrying items. Okay. Everybody else is taking a break. Why are you carrying items? What purpose is that for? Like, why are you acting as a logistic worker? I do like how they have the certificates now. Basic education certificate and certificate of military training. That's cool. Getting clothes is interesting because you don't need clothes. Picked up a basket. Taking a break. It doesn't look like any of you guys are gathering. But we still need this last person to finish training before we can go ahead and create our first formation. Iron Tools is doing fine. Kinda tempted to get a flax farm going so we can get better clothes. How are we doing on the rest of our textiles? Leather is really low. We have a decent amount of alpaca wool though. And you can also use feathers. Maybe we should put people back in the hunter's hut just to increase our textiles. Alpaca farm is finally full, which is good news. Modesty, the tailor, has died of old age. We only have 1 slot left in our cemetery, so we're gonna have to start thinking about getting another one again. This storage is full. How are we doing on cut stone? You have 59. I'd like for you to keep gathering that. We'll get 2 more reed farmers. Make sure we stock up on that. and then we'll start thinking about getting some paper. Anything else we want to go for right now? Some warehouses would be nice, but we're not desperate for them. Beef and vegetables. Let's start getting better food. We can start getting salt, but we need to start getting fish and meat chop, which meat chop we get from the butcher here. How are we doing on meat? Not the greatest. We need more meat. Means we'd probably... I know that the animal slaughter does not increase meat output, it increased textiles, but eco pasture can use fodder to accelerate animals' maturity and increase output. But fodder, we can use peas, corn, and beans into fodder, so I think we need to get corn first. Which is interesting to me because corn is not usually something that you can just find, it's something that you have to trade for. My only problem is that we don't have a huge excess of certain materials that we can start trading. So I don't know if it's worth it to start trying to send out caravans. I mean, we could continue to just increase our production limit of these items, and that way we have an excess amount that we can start selling. So maybe just to have, we'll go ahead and get a small trading post. I know we kind of talked about it the other episode. Where do we want to put you? We'll put you here for now. I am going to go ahead and destroy you and put another one further out. We will put you right here. And then we should be able to get some more houses back here. At least 2 more, we'll take it. Fertility rate is at 99%. I think that's the first time we've seen it below 100. While all that stuff gets finished up, let's go ahead and take a look into our colony. Go ahead and check out the production side. We haven't done that in a while. We got our little tea house over here, making a bunch of coffee for us. Got all our storage, which is mainly peas. How are we doing on coffee? 92. Health is nearly to 100%, but happiness is still going down. So if we click on our citizen here, we need better food, better shoes, better clothes. We need to find a way to get more textiles. Maybe, just for now, they're not the most efficient, but let's go ahead and get another hunter's hut. Out here's an okay spot for it. And then with 3 people in it, the year's about to change. So with 3 people in it, but being more in the central area of our colony, we'll see how this one compares to one that's closer on the edge and closer to the wild animals. And see how that affects its efficiency. Zoe is absolutely going nuts. We have nothing in the transfer station. She seems to be putting in work here. Because these guys are definitely taking their resources here. This should be reed or water. Water. Says you're working. This guy is in the shop. So let's keep track of this guy and see where he takes the reed that he gathers. Just to ensure that they're taking it to the transfer station. You're trying to get warm. Luckily, you don't have to go far. Back to the reed farm. It'd be cool if eventually they added details within the buildings. They're just kind of like empty slots right now. Timber's starting to run low again. We are about to get our next set of immigrants. So we're gonna have to find stuff to just do. I think we do kind of need our next forester's hut. Which means we might need to get our boiler room. Because those people are going to be quite far from where we're trying to go. Now he's resting, so I guess we're just not going to see where he's transferring his stuff. But I'm just going to assume that it's here. We saw the reservoir taking their supplies here. Dude, you rested for like maybe half a minute. In game time. In real life, it was only like 1 second. Rebecca graduated. We have 19 slots left in our apartment. Not gonna lie, these immigrants are kind of making me nervous just because I feel like we might be a little overpopulated at the moment. I mean, we already have 8 laborers. If we get another 12 or 13, we're gonna be right back up to 20. And we were just trying to figure out what to do about our jobs. With that being the case, honestly, we could go ahead and just get another research institute. Houston, you cannot be on top of my computer. You're gonna go. And now you're on my mic cord. You're doing too much, buddy. Let's go ahead and get another research institute. We'll just keep them all in a line here for now. We need more timber. These are just alpacas. We already have them, so we don't have to worry about those cubs. Let's get 3 people in there. And I think it's time we get a forester's hut in here. We'll make a small, very small storage yard next to it. And we'll keep this strictly for timber. Raw materials, timber. No planks, no straw. Strictly wood. Go ahead and get that built. For now. Except the immigrants. Do they have any new diseases? No. That's great news. Timber, timber, timber. We need to just chop down a bunch of trees. We're gonna go ahead and take chunks out again. Also have quite a few plants to gather over here. How are our herbs doing? 310, but we have plenty of medicinal powder. Coal, we're up to 102. How's our inventory doing? 48 on our stone, 81 on our iron. So stone we're gonna have to upgrade here soon. Back down to, or back up to 21 laborers. You are about to complete training. We are running low on money. Is there anything that we want to sell? Let's slow things down for a bit while we look at this stuff, because we can look at factions. So meow, bamboo baskets, paper mill. private school, tofu, dense farm, dense orchard, forest farm, theaters. This is like housing, cooking skill, and the Great Palace. This gives us hardwood tools, quick hunting. Now they hunt faster and shorter periods to get resources sooner. This gives a bonus to health. We have date seeds, anisette, a mosque, which grants happiness. And then we have cactus, tequila seeds, agave cloves, tequila. So I think we want to stick with either Rania or Carlos. Because those are both going to give us options for happiness. Let's say we sell 50 tools. That's 360. What else do we have quite a bit of? Don't really want to get rid of any of this stuff. We just don't have an excess of anything right now. Could do 50 clothes, 720. Other than that, that's all I really want to sell right now. So maybe we just start getting people on clay and sand again. Still don't have enough timber for this stuff. That's after cutting all our trees down. Not sure why you people are hungry. Tombstone is full. Have we had anybody died where we couldn't bury them? No. So let's make sure we get the cemetery down. Cemetery services. Doesn't really matter where we place you. So let's place you up here for now. Do a 10x8. We won't worry about getting the formation quite yet. Not until we're getting closer to another event. Timber, timber, timber. It's starting to warm up, so we should be able to allow our colonists to go a little bit further for some wood. Make sure we're chopping all that down. Speed up the process a little bit. How are we doing on coffee? Raw materials, beverage, 566. So we're doing pretty well on that. Even keeping up with some coffee as well. Health is doing great. Happiness, not so much. We need to find a way to get more meat. Is there a way? Food. Reap first, recycle crop straw. Farmers will collect grain straws and bean straws. I don't even know what those are used for. Not intervene in trading. Importing and exporting. This is for animal plagues. We got the cemetery built. We need to stop paying you. Probably been paying you for a while. Let's go ahead and get some more people on the mine. And maybe we can just go ahead and sell some iron. Alright, we're definitely going to get 4 people here. Need to increase our timber production. How's Reed doing now that we have 2? It's doing pretty well. 104 alpaca wool last year. Only 60 leather last year. Those pastures are not doing the hottest for us, if I'm being honest. It'd be really nice to just buy some seeds. Could go ahead and get our dock. We just don't have anything to trade, and we really can't afford it with money. I think that's going to be our next step, just getting items that we can sell. That's going to be important for us. Just kind of stocking up on resources. Which means we're definitely going to need more storage, so we'll probably go ahead and start getting our warehouses in. Warehouses are definitely going to want to go in this area. Might have to end up moving some of these buildings. Like the hunter's cabin. In fact, let's go ahead and move you now. Again, we don't want to... Is everybody dying of old age? That's what we need to make sure of. Looks like everybody's dying of old age, which is good. So we're not having anybody freeze to death, so we can continue to put our buildings a little further out. Resources. Get a second hunter's hut. Put it on the back side of the tea house. Warehouses, we definitely want a big one. A warehouse in the middle. We'll go ahead and do that. Get a warehouse there right now. It's not the prettiest, but we just need central storage. We'll go ahead and keep all our storage yards for now. But eventually we will replace those. Again, we need timber, like always. No more events coming anytime soon. We'll place 3 more workers into here, and then we still have 15 free laborers. So while I'm thinking about that, again, we'll keep gathering plants. Don't want to gather one across the river because we can't get over there. It's still pretty warm out, so we can travel a little bit to gather plants. Alright, let's get 3 people in here. And the warehouse. This warehouse, we're not going to put anything specific in here. And then with brick, we can increase the capacity of items by 100%. So the warehouses can hold quite a bit. We also have double storage yards, cellars, and mountain warehouses and storage centers. That's pretty nice. Workers will store designated items in the structures from storing building type buildings. Any citizens can take and use the resources. Workers will take the selected materials to nearby production buildings from storage. And transport. Okay, that's just a smaller version. Those are actually pretty cool. We have a huge tree that spawned here. We're going to keep it there because that's going to increase our tree growth in this area. Seeing that it's right next to our colony, we'll definitely keep it there. Harry died of old age. Isidore? That's a cool name. Never heard that before. We're full here. Kind of tempted to get some more planks. Kind of want to move you out. Yeah, let's get you out of here. And we'll build one here. And we'll build one out here. That should be full coverage. Actually, these guys aren't covered at all. We could put one here. And then probably get rid of this one. I don't want to... Nope, not the tree friend. The arrow tower. And then we'll make sure to turn those off right away. The tree is covering our road. But we can travel right through it. We can travel right through it. It's a magical tree. Alright, turn you off right away. Turn you off right away. We are starving. Could you offer us some food? There were more than 20 refugees from famine areas trying to get relief here. If we had enough food, maybe we could help them. Otherwise, our citizens may have to compete with refugees for food. Wow. 1,500. Doc? Accept the refugees? Dude, that's so many people. I thought we lost it. We have 43 laborers. That's insane. Citizens movement speed plus 10%. Absolutely. Yeah. That's pretty crazy. We need to build as many houses as possible now. And I don't think there's anywhere we can get an apartment. Now the question becomes, is do we start reorganizing everything? Where would we put our quarry if not here? Should be resources. Like a quarry way out here. Supposed to be our agricultural area though. Quarry way out here I feel like is getting pretty deep from our territory. But honestly, if we get a road going down and then replace our current quarry with houses, it wouldn't be too far. I'd like to make everything neat though, and this is just hideous. We put it there. Not that well protected. Let's do it. Oh no! We can't destroy our quarry. Can't get rid of this. Indestructible. Okay, so we can't move our quarry, so we're gonna have to make a marketplace. Now I thought there were pasture bonuses out here. I don't know if those eventually went away. We look at our map. We don't have any pasture bonuses anymore on the map. Production can continue going this way. Agriculture here. I think about building a bridge. Then everything's gonna be so far. I feel like with this, we basically have to build a second colony within our colony. Don't want it closer to the bandit camp. What do we want to do here, y'all? I mean, we could just get another small marketplace over in this area. And just fill in this area with houses. Houston, be for real, dude. Come on. Come on. Stop. Marketplace. We're just gonna build it over here for now. We'll build it over here for now. Because it's still next to all of our production and our agriculture. It shouldn't be too far to go for food. Again, we'll reorganize everything later on. But right now, we're kind of in desperate need of housing. So let's make sure this is prioritized. Because we're going to have 19 homeless people. We still have 4 more houses getting done, but we need places for these people to stay. Now, I would not be surprised if we start eating a bunch more food, if we start drinking a bunch more water, using more clothes, using more tools. So we're definitely going to have to adapt and continue getting more resources. For right now, we'll just kind of fill in all the areas. That can accommodate more workers. We are running low on iron, which is interesting. Get 5 people in there for now. Literally the whole idea of putting another person in was so that we could get more iron to sell, and somehow we're losing it. Let's pause that tower. Marketplace is done. Let's start off with an apartment. We're also probably gonna need to build another clinic and chapel here soon. You need a bell tower to widen your range. You need special medicine to widen your range. We might just have to end up building a few more of those. It wouldn't be bad to get another builder's cabin either, just temporarily. We should definitely think about getting another latrine. We'll put it on the back of the marketplace. We could just have a second repairman for now. Doesn't hurt to put somebody in there. Then housing. That's probably going to take a while to build. But yeah, we're gonna expand residential out here. Maybe next episode clean up some of our production and our storage areas. And just kind of go from there. I mean, events are going pretty easily. We have more immigrants coming in about a year and a half. So yeah, we just got busy quick. So that's where we're going to continue for the next episode. Trying to figure out where we're going to place all these workers. What we're going to put research into. We are about to have a huge gain of momentum in this campaign, or in this settlement. We'll have to see where it takes us. For now, we're gonna go ahead and end the episode here. As always, I appreciate y'all for stopping by. I hope to see you next time. Until then, peace out, y'all.